You're listening to Not So Live from Asteroid G. I'm Mike Finkelstein. With me, as always, is...
Josh Bezos.
I mean, we are talking about Amazon, so that does make a certain amount of sense.
Well, I'm hoping if I put it out there, I get some of that money.
I have the Bezos name. That gives me a percentage, right?
Yeah. We look similar enough.
I mean, that worked for his ex-wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll marry him for half of his money.
Just no prenup.
No prenup, Jeff. We've talked about this. You want me to love you, or do you want to love your money?
I want to love both. So today we're talking about Amazon. And there's actually a few different stories that we can talk about. The most nerdiest of which, of course, is the fact that Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power is coming out, which apparently they've spent a Netflix amount of money on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit on the fence on this one because it's safe.
I mean...
I love Lord of the Rings, as you know.
Yes.
But...
I think my issue isn't Lord of the Rings itself, which is fine. I mean, I've never been the biggest... What are they called? The Tolkienites? Are they Lordies?
Lordies.
Lordies. So I've never been the biggest Lordie. That's terrible. Shirehead.
that has some track. I like Shirehead. Lordy sounds a little... I don't know the word.
I don't know. It's great. Whatever it is. I don't want to use it now, but it's a
Lord fan.
That is true. But no, so I've never been the biggest Shire head. I've read through the books, but I wasn't like in love with them as a kid. They exist. Like I liked The Hobbit better just because it's short, so it doesn't take long to get
it's actually a story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings is not just an epic. It's, by the way, let's go check out all these characters that don't matter, like Tom Bombadil.
You take that bet.
Tom Bombadil, the worst character in the novels. I'm sorry.
He was in the only one that was not able to be tempted by the ring. And he sang in song.
I'm sorry, the voice I was putting on for that, I was like, you're listening to Shire AM here, and we have an interview with new author Tom Bombadil.
So you have a good NPR voice.
Thank you.
I would donate monthly for your tote bag.
The problem is the fact that you have to turn it on, and then the second you get conversing. Yeah, but no, so... Like, it's not that Lord of the Rings is... Lord of the Rings are fine. Like, the movies are fine if I don't do the 4-hour versions. That's a lot of walking. I can't do it. I can't. I'm sorry. The 3-hour ones are bad enough, and that's not even getting into the 3-hour Hobbit movies, which are trash.
Yeah, they're not. They're okay.
No. You go from the animated Rankin Bass, and then you just watch the Jackson trilogy, and you've got all that you need. You're good.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
Yeah. No, you're fine.
They threw too much in the Hobbit movies.
They did. But... It's the fact that outside of a couple shows that I actually think I liked, everything Amazon puts out is trash.
I like The Tick.
The Tick was good, but they canceled it.
They did, which I'm so mad about.
The Boys is watchable.
I like The Boys.
Because I think it has a very strong creative voice.
Yeah.
And Invincible was a little rushed, but very watchable.
Yes.
But, like, Wheel of Time was boring.
Yeah.
A lot of the shows they put out, I can't even get into. Like, I watched the Jack Ryan shows, and that was kind of meh. They made a movie without remorse or something, and that was boring. They have the new Chris Pratt show out, which I couldn't even get through the trailer.
Mrs. Maisel wasn't bad. That's Amazon, isn't it?
It was fine for, like, a season.
The first two seasons were, but then it just started...
It really went off a cliff.
Yeah,
So I'm really worried in the case of this, especially with Wheel of Time already under their belt, that this is going to be very pretty without any substance behind it.
That's what I'm kind of worried about, too.
Yeah, which really can also be said for all of the Peter Jackson Hobbit trilogy.
Yes.
Like, they put all their effort on CGI, no effort on story.
Yeah.
And this is even worse because it doesn't even have novels based around it. It's just a bunch of, like, random short stories from, like, the Silmarillion and shit. Yeah, no, as much as I know, there's no novels.
No, it's based off of the Second Age?
Second Age, which is just stories from the Silmarillion and some random notes he doodled on a napkin. Like, literally, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not being sarcastic.
I'm hoping for the most, or the best, I should say, but I'm not holding my breath for it to be super good.
No. If Wheel of Time had been better, I'd have more faith.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting here going, can't we get, like, Netflix, who does The Witcher, or Disney with their awesome Willow trailer to do a Lord of the Rings thing?
I'm kind of surprised that Disney didn't jump up on that IP.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that Netflix was able to snatch the TV rights out from under Warner Brothers, since New Line does all the movies. Like, that's shocking to me that Warner let that slip through.
I think we were talking about this a couple weeks ago, but ever since they got acquired by AT&T...
Yeah, but AT&T doesn't seem dumb enough to let one of their biggest properties that makes billions of dollars slip through to a rival streaming company. They had HBO Max already.
Yeah.
Like, this should be on HBO Max and should have HBO clout behind it.
Yeah.
I'd have faith in it at that point. Like, even the crap that's bad in movie theaters ends up having a good TV show on HBO Max, like the DCEU.
Yeah.
So...
I don't know how Amazon did it. I mean... They paid for it.
They paid out the nose, and they're continuing to pay out the nose because this is apparently one of the most expensive TV shows ever made.
Yeah.
I wasn't joking when I said Netflix money. This is Stranger Things level of we're spending everything we have on it.
And the Tolkien estate, I think, has final say over the story too, so that gives me some hope.
But you would think they would have had final say over The Hobbit, and that trilogy happened.
That is, I was like, but then The Hobbit.
Then The Hobbit.
So, I don't know. We'll see.
Speaking of terrible decisions from Amazon, Chris Pratt. We have a lot of nerd news that we can kind of actually discuss right now. So
you mean future voice of Mario?
Oh my god, that's its own. Like, we'll do a watch party for that when that happens, because that's going to be
a train wreck.
Oh my god, it's going to be fine. Then he's going around trying to, like, fix his reputation and be like,
I'm not a homophobe.
I'm not religious, really. Even though he's made, like, religious rants when he accepts awards and goes to a homophobic church.
Or
like,
this past Easter, he had an Instagram post where he was carrying a cross up a hill.
Right?
You know,
yeah, okay.
As a fellow non-religious person, I just do that.
I mean, it's good cardio. It really works your glutes and your back. Yeah.
That's why Jesus was shredded on the cross.
He was ripped. That's for sure.
Yeah. Like,
oh, God.
We can argue religion.
I'm so sorry. This is happening. Cross training.
It's like CrossFit.
Oh, God. Okay, we're done with that now.
Okay.
So, but no, he has out on Amazon right now. He did The Tomorrow War, which we already ranted about because that was terrible.
Yes.
That was a bad movie that he was miscast in. And now he's miscast in The Terminal List, which I keep getting mistaken for, like, a sequel to a Tom Hanks movie.
Right? I was like, where's the airport?
Where's the airport in this?
Why isn't he talking with a weird accent that's almost racist?
Why is Tom Hanks so mean now?
Speaking of, I was watching The Burbs last night.
Yeah.
Holds up.
But, so this show is basically a Jack Ryan style, like, dead-faced guy goes around and kills people because terrorists and yay America. But with Chris Pratt in it. And he is just so miscast in this. Like, the trailer alone is garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all the reviews for it, which we're not doing a watch party right now because neither of us can get through this show.
No, we watched partied the trailer.
Yeah, we did. It was bad. Don't watch the show. But yeah, it's like if they took a Jack Ryan formula that they're already applying to their shows and did it for a much worse series of books.
What can we do another Jack Ryan movie or TV show for a third of the cost?
Yeah, we've spent a lot on these, and we don't really have the next Jack Ryan ready yet. Can we pad it out with some other Marines really bad books that, like, sell at airports?
Who can we get to lead this? Who's having image problems in Hollywood right now?
Who will the conservatives like? Because they're the only ones that are going to watch this piece of trash show.
Chris Pratt? Oh,
is he cheap? Is he available? Oh, we already have a contract with him. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so sweet.
Let's go snort some cocaine.
The 80s are coming back, baby. But, yeah.
I mean, in fairness to Amazon, they do have snort and cocaine money. So,
yes,
yeah.
They do. They have their own tubes. They don't even have to use $100 bills anymore.
It's made out of the flesh of their own workers.
Because they can't unionize.
Which, speaking of, apparently Amazon will be out of workers in a couple years. You were seeing a news article about this.
Yeah, apparently they are losing about 3% of their workforce weekly.
Okay.
And
that was before the pandemic, right?
Before the pandemic.
Yeah. So it's worse now.
It's worse now. And pre-pandemic levels, 150% annually. So if you're good at math like I am, and you lose 100% of something, and an additional 50%, you're losing a lot.
You're losing a lot. And like
you're going to non-existent numbers.
Amazon has a lot of warehouses. They employ a lot of people. Turnover like that means they will burn through the entire available workforce by 2024.
2024. So if you're looking for a job, Amazon's pretty easy.
But I mean, they don't pay terribly, but they certainly pay terribly when you take into account how much they expect you to work, like how little they give you in the way of breaks, in the way of support, in the way of
bottles.
Yeah.
Everyone I've known that has some sort of lower back or feet issue, or foot issues.
Yeah, that they have to. That takes years to get over if they ever do. Yeah,
plantar fasciitis, I think, is the common one.
Yeah. So,
but
wow,
I would suspect Bezos to.
He's not actually in charge there anymore.
No, but isn't he on the board still?
Maybe.
But
I don't know. Who knows what rich people do?
I feel like they're gonna start having some pro-union speak to keep people there. Because you can't. Amazon doesn't operate without workers.
No, they need to start, like, even if they keep the level of their expectations the same, they're asking people to work a 25 to 30 hour job or $25 to $30 an hour job for like $16 an hour pay.
Yeah.
They're going to have to close to double it to actually get people interested again. Yeah.
That's why, I mean, you don't hear those types of issues as much with like FedEx or UPS.
Yeah. Well, they also realize that Americans are lazy and slow.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
What? But yeah, I'm curious to see what that does to Amazon. I didn't look at the stock prices or anything, but I'm assuming those are going to start going down with everything else.
Well, it's a tech company, so if it's not going down already, it will eventually. I mean, they can weather better than some because they have that whole shopping side of things.
Yes. They actually have tangible products.
They do, unlike Netflix,
yeah,
who are still struggling.
I would be surprised if Netflix is not a subsidiary of something else. But I think we talked about that.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. But like, there's a death watch that some tech websites do. They're like, will this company exist in a year? I would not be surprised if Netflix is dead in 2 years, or at least bought out by someone else. That the Netflix we know no longer exists.
Yeah, because they don't, like we talked about already. Yeah. But I can't think of any strong IPs that they own, except because they're all ending. Well,
yeah, Stranger Things is ending. The biggest IP they have is Witcher.
Yep.
Yeah, they have that one. They have that lock stock. But I'm going to be honest with you. Only the first season so far was actually good.
Yeah.
Second season was too linear and boring, and the anime they put out was kind of meh. I know they have like a prequel series they want to do and like a child-friendly spinoff, which sounds like a real bad idea.
With Muppets?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I would watch it with Muppets.
Oh, yeah, me too.
You know, that's not a bad thought. And then
Kermit as Droll, like, it writes itself.
I see Fozzie. Oh, no, I just see Fozzie.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's Fozzie, and then Rolf is the bard that hangs out with him. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see Fozzie as a good one.
Just a stoic, or maybe Gonzo.
I was actually, no joke, thinking Gonzo might be a better fit because he can have his chicken.
Which I mean, the witch has to be the chicken then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So this writes itself. Disney. There's another idea for you.
Not related to Amazon at all, but
Disney, hire us because we can do a better Muppets movie.
Oh, we absolutely could do a better Muppets movie. Maybe we need to do a podcast on the better Muppets movie at some point. Yeah.
I saw one where it was Pride and Prejudice.
But with Muppets? I mean, you could just apply Muppets to anything, and it actually works out really well. Maybe not The Boys. Although I'd still watch the attempt. I would still watch the attempt.
I would watch the attempt too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Like the early episode where the invisible guy has a bomb shoved up his ass and then they explode him, and that happens, but it's just a bunch of felt and like fluff that just puffs. Yeah, see, that'd be funny.
Yeah,
that'd be absolutely funny.
But the meme is Pride and Prejudice with Muppets, but Adam Driver plays Mr. Darcy.
Mr. Darcy, yeah,
it's completely straight.
Well, yeah, you have to, anytime you have people with Muppets, the best performances are the ones where they don't draw attention to the fact that it's Muppets.
Like the Christmas Carol?
Yeah.
Who was Ebenezer?
I don't remember.
Was that Michael Caine?
Might have been. I haven't watched it.
Remember.
I actually haven't ever watched it. So sorry. But no, it's like all the episodes of The Muppet Show from back in the 70s.
Yeah.
The hosts that worked were the ones that played it straight and didn't ever break character. Yeah.
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 But,
Steve Martin. Yeah. So
Steve Martin. Speaking of, thought something else that was almost watchable. Kids in the Hall.
That's on Amazon. That's right.
That was actually pretty decent.
I don't have Amazon right now, like to really watch most of the stuff, but I've caught clips of Kids in the Hall.
Yes.
When I cancel my Netflix in a month after I've finally caught up with Stranger Things, I'll go back and watch all the Amazon stuff that I've missed, and then we can do a big watch party about a bunch of stuff. But I've caught clips of the Kids in the Hall ones, and the Apocalypse Bunker DJ.
Yes.
That's fucking hilarious. Oh my god!
Like I expect nothing from it.
Yeah.
Because I love Kids. You know that.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the show was good for 3 seasons and then bad for 4. Yeah.
So I was like, ugh. But it starts off with a joke about brain candy.
Yeah.
And it just ramps up from there. So
Which Brain Candy was flawed, but it is an enjoyable movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it starts off with them, one of the kids at a garage sale. And someone's like, what's this VHS tape? Brain candy? It's like, how much is this? Like $1. So they give him $1. He's like, yes, we finally broke even. We're profitable. So it's like, if you didn't get that joke, you're old. You're not old like
oh
me.
My god, so sad.
But it's worth a watch though.
Oh.
But yeah, that was just to warn you and viewers, just in case you have kids like I do. Full frontal male nudity in the first episode.
Hey, they get to do what they want.
It's fine, but just when it's like, Catherine, this is what we used to watch when.
Nope. Never mind. Well, they're free to do what they want on Amazon. Yeah. So yeah.
So 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
I wonder if Dave Foley is finally out from under his alimony and can actually make money on this again.
Ooh, I hope so. He got done dirty.
He got done really dirty by News Radio.
Yeah.
Which, if you guys haven't looked into that, you should look up Dave Foley and News Radio and his marital issues during that.
Yeah.
And that will explain everything about his career for the last 30 years. Yeah.
From what I can tell, it looks like he's enjoying himself.
Good.
Like, it's old Dave Foley, not the sad.
Not the sad. I don't see why I'm doing this because I'm not going to get any profit off of it. Yeah.
So
he basically gave up after his alimony got.
I would too.
Yeah. Like, not doing anything. Yeah.
News Radio still holds up, by the way, too.
I should go back and watch that.
You should.
Where is it at this point?
Where was it at? I don't remember.
Wasn't it NBC? Does that mean it's on Peacock?
I think it might be on Peacock.
I mean, because half the NBC shows aren't on Peacock.
Yeah, they're slowly...
For all I know, it's on Amazon Prime.
So it might be. Although it still makes me, watching Joe Rogan do anything, still makes me a little mad. But that's whatever.
I still, even though they have some shows that actually sound interesting, I still...
It's on Amazon right now.
Is it on? Perfect. Hey, look at that. There's your tip for our Amazon Prime episode. Go watch News Radio on Amazon Prime with Tom Bombadil.
Tom Bombadil.
That is a name.
Andy Dick.
It's a name that flows out really well in the AM radio voice.
It does.
Your co-host, Tom Bombadil.
Listen to Tom Bombadil play for 45 minutes on his pan flute.
Oh, I was expecting a sitar because it's Tom Bombadil.
Sitar actually works better than pan flute.
It's just as irritating, but even more annoying in like its own special way. Yeah.
I can see him being a sitar player.
Oh my god.
Where's that at? In Amazon? I almost said Netflix. Tom Bombadil Scimitar.
Scimitar.
That's even better.
Tom Bombadil's Assassin's Creed.
I'm just going to sing you to death.
You've already killed us. Please stop. No.
My will to live is no longer here. Just go, Tom Bombadil.
We're supposed to bring this around to a watch party, but I don't even know what we talk about at this point.
Tom Bombadil is the Babadook.
bad for the people listening to this. It's just half the time I was just us giggling at ourselves today.
We're in a weird mood. What's this? Is like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I know The Boys is out right now.
Yeah, I haven't watched the new season.
Well, I don't like talking about shows until all of it's out.
Same.
Yeah. So I mean, like a full review of that doesn't make sense. But there's been enough Amazon news that I felt like we needed to actually touch upon them, since we're like covering a streaming service every couple weeks here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what else happened in Amazon news. Oh, Amazon. Jeff Bezos' yacht was stuck in a river. And the only way to get out was to deconstruct a super old bridge. And the town council, I think yesterday...
Oh, that was like
June
Netherlands
3rd.
or something?
Yeah. They're like, nope.
Well, because the mayor signed off on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were going to do it, and I'm glad the town council is like, no, he's an oligarch. Why are we doing this for a rich asshole?
Yep.
Which he is.
Yeah.
He looks like a rich, puckered asshole.
When you have a yacht that holds a slightly smaller yacht, it's like that Clerk scene. It's like, here's a tiny little bookstore.
Yeah.
Its own selection of tiny magazines.
This is the bookstore with its own smaller coffee bar, and then a tinier bookstore within.
That's so dumb. His yacht's bigger than my house.
I mean, his yacht is its own nation at this point, practically. Like, was it like a $9 billion yacht or some fucking stupid number like that?
All I'm saying is, if Waterworld happens, which we both know it will, we're gonna.
We're heading towards that.
We're going to be like Somali pirates or something.
Well, I mean, in the case of like a zombie apocalypse or something, you're supposed to go to like a grocery store or Amazon warehouse, raid it for supplies, which Amazon is good for both food and weapons, and then find a remote place to go. And I don't think anything is more remote than taking all your Amazon supplies onto Jeff Bezos' Amazon yacht. So all we need is a group of people to do this when the revolution happens.
Where is the helicopter pilot? That's all we need.
Actually, what we need is a yacht captain, someone that can actually drive a yacht, because those things are like actually difficult to drive. It's not just a steering wheel and a gas pedal.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
I learned anything from watching the movie Titanic? It's go full steam ahead.
It's that anyone can be a captain.
Anyone can be captain. All you have to do is not hit rocks.
See, what we need is Titanic 0 Glacier 1. That's the sequel we need, yeah.
James Cameron, where are you?
Like that bad Jaws sequel they tried to make.
Which one?
Well, when they did Jaws 3D, the original spec script was Jaws 3 Human 0, and it was going to be a parody of the series.
That would be awesome. Where's that at?
It got crashed, I'm sorry.
Stupid.
It's at the bottom of the ocean, just like one day Jeff Bezos' yacht will be.
Steven Spielberg.
You know, I read a thing, this is not Amazon Prime again, but whatever. You mentioned it. I read a thing that Steven Spielberg was actually upset with himself after the fact that he didn't do Jaws 2.
Oh, really?
Because in retrospect, he was sitting there going, I would have actually helped to keep the series going and would have made a decent movie out of the ideas that they had. Because Jaws 2 has some good moments to it.
I've never seen any of the Jaws films.
None of them?
None of them.
Wow.
Which sucks. Well, it doesn't suck, but Josette's favorite movie is Jaws, or one of them.
Why haven't you gone and watched them?
I don't know. I just never had a chance. I know I haven't seen a lot of classic movies.
I mean, there are holes in my repertoire as well. I've never watched Casablanca, for example. See?
Yeah. I've never watched... my two big ones I need to watch that get the... from people are Jaws and Silence of the Lambs.
I'm not surprised with Silence of the Lambs, though, because you don't like horror, and it's just close enough to
like
horror.
Thriller, though.
But it still doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Like,
that one...
Now, if you've like, I haven't watched Silence of the Lambs, but I saw Hannibal Rising, and Hannibal, and
I've actually
Hannibal.
Seen all of those ones.
And Red Dragon.
I've seen Red Dragon, too.
You just... Okay, now I'm just upset with you. Okay, I'm legit mad now.
I've seen so many parts of Silence of the Lambs like on TV.
Yeah.
So I know the gist of it.
Just so angry with you now.
We watched the television program, but just never had a chance to watch Silence of the.
I'm sure it's on Amazon Prime. You can just go watch it now. There you go.
Having children makes it harder to do that.
Desperately just try and keep it back towards the podcast again.
It's on Amazon Prime.
There you go. We'll watch it later. Anyway, I think we let this one go at this point because
we had a lot to talk about.
Just not Amazon Prime.
Just not Amazon Prime. How we even missed all the crazy wackadoo right-wing people not realizing that The Boys is a parody on Republicans and conservatives. Or satire, it's not really parody.
Yeah.
Anyway.
This has been Not So Life from Asteroid G. I'm Mike Finkelstein, a 5.5 star Chinese knockoff available with free delivery on Amazon Prime.
5.5 stars?
Yeah, 5.5 stars.
Ooh.
It's clearly been review bombed.
Jeff Bezos said no to my marriage proposal.
I mean,
so
just be like Jeff Bezos. Don't take no for an answer.
I didn't, which is why I'm being sued.
And we will see you next time.
Jeff, I love you. Bye.